Degas painted this intimate self-portrait in the mid-1850s when he was traveling in Italy, studying and copying the work of the great artists of the ancient world and the Italian Renaissance. Though the painting may look unfinished by conventional standards, the artist has recorded his features precisely, with great sensitivity, and with very few distracting details. The brim of the hat casts a soft shadow over the top half of his face. The artist's eyes peer out of this shadow, analyzing shapes and surfaces with a keen painterly intelligence. His wispy beard and mustache contrast with the substantial three-dimensional forms of his long nose, narrow mouth, and full lips. Below the head, broad strokes of gray, white, and salmon pink suggest the shapes of the artist's jacket, painting smock, and the silk scarf tied around his neck, while the bottom left-hand corner of the canvas has been left almost completely untouched. Degas came from a moderately affluent family. His father was a banker who initially encouraged his son to study law. But by 1855, Degas had given up his law studies and enrolled in the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris, committed to pursuing a career as an artist. The education offered to young art students in France in the mid-19th century emphasized the crucial importance of drawing and copying old masters whose works hung in museums. Though Degas soon chose to abandon his formal courses at the École, he continued to follow his own intensive program of study, first in France and then during 3 years in Italy, where he could have direct contact with great works of classical and Renaissance art. Some of his earliest surviving works are small, informal pencil copies of paintings in the Louvre and elsewhere, and this early self-portrait is reminiscent of paintings by Rembrandt and Vermeer, both artists Degas greatly admired.